Can we start with the salawat, please? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right, what's the date today? Anybody, what's the date? Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, 5th of Dhul Hijjah. What was the time for Salah this morning? Quite easy to remember. Okay, 2:22. What's the time for Zohar today? 1:09. What about Maghrib? I can see a young man who's written it down. Go on. 9:33. And what about Isha? Okay, it's about just after midnight. But now, last week I asked you, what is midnight in Islam? It's not 12 o'clock. That's what we call midnight in normal. And if you ask anybody, when's midnight? They will say 12. But in fiqh, or when you're working out salah, when is midnight? Do you know? Oh, come on, you should know that. You can Google it if you want. It's on Sayyid Sistani's Risala as well. Anybody? Midnight in Islam is halfway between sunset and true dawn. Right, I'll start again. When is sunset? When is sunset? You got to know these things. It's not just looking at a calendar and saying, you know what, this is when it's sunset. When is it sunset? Yes. Okay, you're right. 9:23. It's when you pray namaz. Well done. So when is true dawn? So there's a dawn that is known as the false dawn, and then there's a dawn that is known as the true dawn. Did you know that? What is false dawn and what is true dawn? You can't just refer to a calendar. I remember many years ago, when Marhumul Askar was here, it was Fajr Salah. And everybody told him, oh, we've got to give adhan because it is time for Fajr. And he said, look outside. Look outside. It's not Fajr yet. It's not what the calendar tells you. So you need to go outside and you need to find out what is false dawn and what is true dawn. Can you do that? Google it. Now you've got Google. Or go to any other search engine and find out what it is. And then maybe next week you can tell me what is false dawn and what is true dawn. So now this is the month of Dhul Hijjah. What is the most important days in the week that is to come? This is 5th of Dhul Hijjah. Oh, come on. Really? Are you all asleep? What's happening on Wednesday? What's happening on Wednesday? Arafat. The Prophet said, the best of nights is Laylatul Qadr, and the best of days is the day of Arafat. Everybody for Laylatul Qadr, my goodness, we come here to the mosque, we stay awake all night. The best of days is Arafat. So what do you do on Arafat? And what does Arafat mean? I'm hoping you'll learn all this today because you're going to do a little bit on Hajj today. But Arafat literally means to know. Arafat is to know yourself. Even if you did nothing, but you sat down and worked out, this is what I want to do in life. This is what I want to be. This is how I want to be when I grow up. That's Arafat. This is what I want to get out of my life. In Hajj, do you know in Hajj they stone these walls? Do you know that? And they say, oh, we're stoning shaitan. They're only stoning themselves. It's symbolic. So if you have anything inside you like lying or cheating or being nasty or mean or whatever, you're actually stoning that. And Arafat is all about knowing yourself. What is the day after Arafat? Absolutely awesome day, yes. Eidul Adha. And what does Adha mean? Or Eidul Hajj. What does Adha mean? Does anybody know? Oh, come on. What is that Eid about? Why is it Eid? What happened on that day? Are you serious? What are your mummies doing every day? Are they buying you Eid presents? Have they got an Eid tree up for you? Is that a yes or a no or I don't want to know? No! Oh my goodness me. Okay, well hopefully you will learn about Eidul Adha, but the day of Arafah is really important. So on Wednesday, especially between Zohar and Maghrib, take a little bit of time, even though it's 5 minutes. Sit down and write down, this is what I want to be. And du'as are heard on that day. So there's a wonderful dua of Imam Hussein, and there's a lot of amals that are done, but it doesn't matter. There's a lot of du'as, and then in the last bit of du'as, in the last bit, there's a bit that says Imam Hussein looked up at the sky, and he said, Ya asma as-sami'in, or one who hears. Then he said, Ya absar al-nadirin, one who sees. Then he says, oh, the one, Ya Asra al-Hasibin, the one who takes account. And then he said, Ya Arham al-Rahimin, oh, the one who is the most merciful. And then he asks just one thing. He says, if you were to give it to me, Ya Allah, nobody can take it away from me. And if you were to take it away from me, nobody can give it to me. Guess what he asks for? Guess what he asks for? He says, I never, ever want to see Jahannam. So even if you forget everything, just to make sure that on Wednesday you say sorry to him for all the things that are naughty that you don't want, and you never want to see Jahannam ever. Do you agree with that? So what do you want to see then? What do you want to see? What's that place called? What's it called? Jannah, absolutely right. Yeah. So even in Arafat, if you can't read the whole dua, that's fine. But it's all about saying thank you and sorry. That's what Arafat is all about. Okay? Right, what's in the news? Yes. And you have to say that loudly. That's something to do with football. Go on. What happened? Are they? I still didn't hear that very well, but I know it's something to do with football. A submarine, it imploded, didn't it? It exploded in the sea, that's right. I know, there were five people or more than that in it, wasn't it? And why was that submarine going down in the sea? What were they looking for? Do you know? Yes. The Titanic, that's right. And the Titanic sank so many years ago. That's really a good piece of news. What else? I love the football as well. And I like Messi, by the way. I think it's awesome. Yes. I know, that's what they said. It's going to be really hot. Okay, anything else? That's all. It's going to be hot, football, and the submarine. What else is happening in the world? Yes, right at the back there. Okay, it's all right. As long as you put your hand up, it's good. All right, so we've got our last day on the 8th of July. And on the 8th of July, we're going to have a celebration. Because it's what? Can anybody tell me what is on the 8th of July and why we're going to have a celebration? Any idea? What Eid is it? An Eid that actually tells you who our identity is. Yes. Eidul Ghadir. Absolutely right. So this is what's going to happen. From 10 to 10:30, you will have an assembly. Preschool and reception are going to do a rhyme. And year 9 are going to present a little bit about the charity they're supporting. We're going to have a guest speaker in. Many of you know him. He actually was instrumental in starting workshop. It's Mohsin Bhai Dharamsi, so he's going to say a few words. At 10:30, all the students will go into their class with their parents. They'll be recognized for what they did in the year, and they'll get whatever their certificates or whatever their efforts are for that. At 11:15, parents can come in as well. We'll be setting up here. I'm told you will have pizzas, cupcakes, fruits, drinks, and they'll be set out in the ladies' long hall for all of you. So it'll be nice of you to all come together here, and we will end at 12 p.m. I will keep on repeating this, by the way, and we'll send it to you in your newsletter as well. Okay. Right, can we have a Surah Al-Fatiha for the mar'umeen, for those who are ill and those who are in trouble. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Close your eyes, look down. Ask Allah to give the thawab to the marhumeen, especially those of your family. Pray for those who are ill and those who are in trouble. لي خمسة عطفي بها حر الوباء الحاتمة المصطفى والمرتضى وأبناهما والفاطمة لي خمسة عطفي بها حر الوباء الحاتمة المصطفى والمرتضى وأبناهما والفاطمة. Jazakumullah khair. The girls, can you go into the hall, into the ladies' hall? The infants, when you go into the annex, please be careful. There are workers there, but they've assured me that everything at the entrance is safe. But make sure you go in really carefully. So go in with your parents, make sure you're careful, but they've told me everything is safe over there.